Welcome Pallavi Aluwalia on the airwaves of Financial Radio 104.9 FM with her show Your Business Matters. A very good morning to you, Pallavi.
A great morning to you, Meetu. Thank you so much for hosting me. It is Wednesday morning and we are back with Your Business Matters. It truly does matter to us, and we do deal with all your business matters. I'm not being cheesy, but that's been the name of the show for the last at least 12 years that I've been hosting it. Very kindly with you being my host for many, many recent years. Thank you so much. Do want to go out and give a shout out to all our listeners and the community that does support us in being around to be able to do our job. Thank you to our vibrant, always asking questions community. We do appreciate them because your questions do help answer a lot of answers that other people are seeking. So we do welcome you here on the air always.
Thank you so much, Pallavi, for doing this every Wednesday, as you said, between 10:30 to 11. So we're going to open up the lines for all of you listeners here. If you have a legal question in mind, now is the time to give us a call. 972-235-5555, number in the studio. All right. I'm going to request you to turn off your radio and then ask your question to Pallavi. Go ahead. You're live on the air.
Hey, Pallavi, thanks for taking my call. I got two-part question. My current status is basically H-1B, and I have a 140 approved. And if I want to change the employer, do I need to restart the entire, starting from labor market test, labor application? That's one part of the question. The second part of the question is, my wife works on H-140. If I were to change employer, does she have to quit that job until I get a new 140 approved with a new employer?
Okay, good question. So, in terms of your I-140, it has been approved for over 180 days. That would be your priority date to use later on. But yes, your next employer has to file for a firm and an I-140 to recapture the old priority date. That has to still be done. But you have to bear in mind that it should have been approved for at least 180 days. Now, for your sit exam, if you leave and your employer were to withdraw your I-140, your wife will not be able to use it for her H-4 EAD extension since she has an approved I-140 in place. However, the running of this current EAD should not be impeded till USCIS were to come in and withdraw it, and they have to give you notice of either a denial or a withdrawal, so it would not be automatically withdrawn.
So, it's been more than 180 days. It's been almost like 4 years now since my 140 has been approved. So if I were to change the employer, I just think that I have to restart my green card process starting from labor market test with a new employer?
Absolutely, you have to. You have to, yes.
And for my wife's H-480, what you advise is, hey, unless USCIS revokes the current, she has EAD available in 2020. If I were to change, let's say in 2017, unless USCIS comes back and revokes her EAD, she would be eligible to work until 2020.
She should be able to work until, yes, either they come back and revoke it or she has to go for an extension. So at the time of the extension, she needs another I-140. But we are in a tough time for immigration at this point. I'm sorry to note that, but that's the experience throughout. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the government, along with the I-140, were to come back and revoke all benefits. So it may be
if my current employer not revoke 140, would she be able to get an extension beyond 2020 once I change my employer?
Correct. You may be. Yes, you will be able to do that. So that is not going to be an issue. All I'm saying is if there is a withdrawal of the I-140, then it is quite likely that they also withdraw the EAD because they're looking at any benefits that I-140 pertains to. It has not been done so far, but we're headed into the next phase where it may be possible.
Okay, so basically it all depends on my current employer revoking my 140 once I quit. It depends on that.
Correct.
All right. Thank you so much for your call. And once again, the number in the studio, it is 972-235-5555. When you're live on the air, please can you go ahead and turn off your radio before you ask your question?
Yeah, my name is Muhammad.
Go ahead.
My name is Muhammad, and I have a question. My name is Muhammad. I have a question. I lost my permanent resident card last week, and I need to go to my country. And what is the procedure and how much take if I apply for new green card? How much take time?
Okay, so did you do a police complaint? Do you have a police complaint that says that you've lost your card? Sir?
I think we lost him.
Okay, so I'll just give some counsel here.
Okay.
So do into the police about your lost card, and after that you have to file an I-90. You will have to wait for a receipt, and once the receipt arrives, then you will take that receipt to InfoPass and stamp your passport for travel permission, and that's when you can travel and re-enter the country. Otherwise, you will not be able to. So it is important that you file for that I-90 for the lost stolen green card that you have.
Thank you, Pallavi. I am sure that answered his questions. Once again, the number in the studio, 972-235-5555. This is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law Offices. The website is ahluwalialaw.com, and we always encourage all of you to visit that website. A lot of information that website holds, and the quick updates, and there are a number of people who ask questions that you can get answers to just by logging on to that website, ahluwalialaw.com. For appointments, you must give a call to the front desk manager. The number is 972-361-0606. If you have a question which you will be comfortable to ask on air, please go ahead and give us a call, 972-235-5555. You are live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question to Pallavi.
Hey, Pallavi.
Hello.
Hi. Pallavi, I am on L1A, and we have filed for I-140 in the month of January. The receipt date for the USCIS was 24th of January. We haven't heard anything. We have raised SR 2 times. Just wanted to see what are the time tenure taken for I-140 for L1A EB1C category.
It can take almost a year before the I-140 is adjudicated. You're currently on an L1B, but you're being promoted to do a managerial position. And that's the reason for the I-140, which is EB1C, correct?
Yeah, I am on EB1C managerial visa.
Okay, perfect. So, yes, it does take about a year for the government to review everything and come back. Most likely audit every case, but you'll have to give it a few more months before you can hear back from them.
Okay, perfect, no problem. Thank you very much for your time.
You take care, bye-bye.
Thank you very much for calling in, 972-235-5555, number in the studio. Going to our next caller, Financial Radio, you're live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, my question is related to H-1B. So basically, my husband, he works in a different state, and me and my son, we live here in Dallas, and I work here in Dallas. So,
okay, I'm not being able to hear you, ma'am. Could you be closer to the speaker, please? Could you just repeat that? So your husband has an H-1B, what I heard. Is that correct?
Yeah, so my husband, he works in a different state. And his LCA is filed and H1 is filed based on that state. However, he travels from Monday to Thursday because me and my son, we live here and I work here. So his name is on the lease on the address here in Dallas. So the RSC he got is related to the distance in his address and the work location, that is more than 300 miles or something. Like we have the proof to say that he works from there because we have the hotel bills for every week and the rental car and the flight thing. So
right. That's all good information. That
Sorry?
is what your attorney should be using to respond to this RFE because that's important. So what you have to show is the bona fides of what your husband is doing Monday through Thursday. Hopefully for Friday, he still goes back to to some place where he can work, or that should have been listed on the LC as well as to where he can work on Fridays. Or if he's sitting out his 40 hours Monday through Thursday, then that's fine too. But that distinction or that nuance has to be shown as to what's happening on Fridays before you expose the tickets or the travel arrangements or whatever you have. But yes, if he is there and you have proof of his travel, then that is all useful information.
Okay. So on Friday he works from home. So will it create any problem?
Was that location listed on the LC or maybe the USCIS's question? So you may want to have him pull out his time sheets that may have already completed the 40 hours prior to coming in on Friday, if possible.
Okay, that we'll have to check if we can prove that or not.
Yeah.
So otherwise, is it possible that we file additional LCA for Friday location?
No, not to respond to the RFE. So you cannot file anything additional while an RFE is asking you a question because that's a straight denial. So, I mean, a lot of people did this when their RFEs had come in, they try and correct the issue that they have by filing it in current time, and that will never work. So you can't do that. Don't do that right now.
All right. Thank you for your question. This is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law. This is going to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio. You're live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, hi. Actually, my H4 will expire in December, and my husband applied for H1 already, and the company didn't apply yet. And when the company will apply, then when we'll get the result? Like, it will take time for 2 to 3 months, or when will get the result? Thank you.
So you have to apply for your H4 along with him, and it should be done in premium processing. Otherwise, if you just apply for an extension, the wait times are sometimes a bit formidable. They go past the 240 days that people are being given to work after the expiration of the H-1B. So I would say premium processing, file your H.
Not premium processing.
Should be all right. I'm sorry?
He didn't apply in premium processing.
But he can still update it. He can still update his H-1B. By filing a premium processing request on it.
Sorry, but the company didn't apply for premium.
Yes, ma'am, but he does still have the option to upgrade his pending case to premium processing by filing a premium processing request along with a fee. He does have that option still.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. If you have any legal question in mind, give us a call, 972-235-5555. This is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law. This is ahluwalialaw.com is the website. You can also type in your DC lawyer, and that will take you to ahluwalialaw.com. 972-361-0606 is the number for the appointments that you might want to take to see Pallavi and her team. All right, going on to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio. You're live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Ms. Pallavi. I have a question about H4 EAD. I was wondering how early can we apply for H4 EAD? My wife's actually EAD is getting over in March. So I was wondering, is there any time limitation?
Yes, absolutely. It is eligible to be filed right now within 6 months. So I would suggest that you do that quickly. Is this an H4 EAD, you said? Is this based on
H4 EAD.
Her H4 and the I-140? Yes, do so, because for a few other statuses, you're allowed to work with a receipt, but this is not on the list. So you'll have to quickly file for that extension now.
Okay, she's not eligible to work with the receipt, right? Do they get any receipt?
No, she cannot. She cannot work with the receipt, yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you for your call. Going to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio. You're live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, my question is for my brother who is married to USC, and he's married for 5 years. My question is, can he file for, he never applied for green card, can he apply for the citizenship directly?
No, he cannot. He has to go through that is a stepping stone to his naturalization. He has to first apply for the green card, get that approved. If he was married for over 2 years, then he will get a green card that's valid for 10 years directly, and after that, he's eligible to apply for the citizenship in 2 years and 9 months.
Okay. Can he apply both together, citizenship and green card?
No, he cannot. They're all good questions, but the answer remains a no.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? Thank you. All the best.
972-235-5555 number in the studio. You're live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, please. If I'm traveling to India in March, if my passport is expiring in June, is that going to be a problem?
So is it an Indian passport, or do you have a U.S. passport? What do you have?
U.S. passport.
Okay, yeah, you will need it to be valid. A lot of countries, including India, require a validity of your travel document, which is the passport, to be valid for 6 months. And that's what we hear. But every time that you're traveling as a U.S. citizen, just make sure to the country that you're going that that you're addressing their rules of entry. So, and we understand that India does require that for 6 months.
Okay. Can I go ahead and apply for the passport right now, even though it is expiring in June?
Is it apply? Okay, yeah. You will need to apply for it 6 months prior. So, but you can get it before you leave. You'll be able to get it before you leave.
Okay, but I also need to get the visa stamp, so I can't apply before 6 months.
Right, and or what you may want to do is you are thinking about the OCI, then you may start that process out now parallelly and see if they would accept this expiring passport that you have, and then and keep on processing the OCI while you're working on your extension for the passport.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you for your call. Moving on to our next caller. Fanisha Radio, you're live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, my question is, my niece is 18 years old and she born here and she's a U.S. citizen. Just need to make sure her parents is out of status. The question is, when she going to be able to file for her parents?
When she becomes 21 years old is when she's eligible to file for her parents.
You say 21-year-old?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you.
All right. All the best.
Thank you for your call. Moving on very quickly to our next caller. Fanisha Radio, you're live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question. Fanisha Radio, you're live on the air. All right. Looks like we lost that caller there. Call us back, 972-235-5555. Do request you to turn off your radio before you ask your question. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Hi. So I have a question. Like recently, my H-1 extension, I got RSE and then it got denied. So what option I have now?
I'm sorry, sir. Your voice was a little muffled. Could you repeat that?
So my H-1 extension, I got RFE first, then we applied the documents, and then I got a denial. So
okay, so for the next thing that you'll have to do, and this may be related to the level of the pay, is it? Is it related to the level of pay, or is it a computer programmer issue?
No, I don't know. Means the notice has
you don't have the denial yet. So what I can suggest doing is filing another H-1B. It should be marked for consular processing, and getting that approved under premium processing, correcting the issue that was in that first case. So if it was the level 1 wages, or if it was done as a computer programmer, both those issues have to be corrected. That is the current focus for the government. And once that is done and you have that brand new H-1B file, it cannot be an extension. It will have to say, though you're part of the quota and you don't have to go through the quota again, you'll have to mark it as new employment, mark it for consular notification. Once you get that approved, step out of the country, go for stamping and re-enter the country, and you should be all right.
Okay, so how much time I have to do that?
Well, the government suggests that you leave within 30 days. Okay, so you don't
30 days
have too much time.
After receiving the notice? Okay.
Yeah, so the indication from the government is all over the state, or we don't have strict policies as soon as possible, but within 30 days would be considered up and leave the country. However, a lot of people are trying to apply the 60-day rule, in which after you lose a job, the last 60 days to look for another.
Okay.
You took.
Pallavi, for some reason your voice is breaking up. Can you?
My suggestion is that they'll have to quickly apply for this new employment counselor notification, leave the country, because the government is being tough and we don't have a predictable 30 days. 30 days has been considered reasonable prior, but that does not mean that will still stick. So there is not the 60-day understanding that I'm hearing a lot of people come back with after a denial. So my suggestion to the caller here is have your employer quickly fix what the issue was prior, and then leave the country and re-enter after you get it approved under premium processing.
All right. Thank you for your call. And that's the last caller there. And thank you so much, Pallavi, for doing it every Wednesday between 10:30 to 11 religiously. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I do want to tell everyone to go on to our website for some updates. We have a lot of questions usually about naturalization and delays. We have a blog that addresses that, and that was just posted this morning. So just want everyone to just keep up with what's the latest with immigration. And thank you so much for hosting me.
Absolutely my pleasure. Have a good one, Pallavi.